SpongeBob. Kevin Feige is talking about not recasting and not doing CGI when it comes to Black Panther 2. SpongeBob, what do you think about that, sir? SpongeBob, you're exactly right. What up, YouTube? It's your boy fataljay. Now, normally, oh yeah, and I'm back like I left something. Now, normally, I don't speak on MCU. I haven't spoke on MCU in a long time, but I thought this was a great opportunity to hop on in, and we're going to get into the nitty gritty. We're going to talk about some recent news that came out with the MCU, and we're also going to be talking about what Kevin Feige said about Black Panther 2, which I think is going to be a bad idea. Ho, pump your brakes. Before we get into it, you're going to want to watch this video all the way to the end so fataljay can explain himself. But before we get into that, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that notification bell. Because when you hit that notification bell, it makes me feel oh so good and oh so swell. Bars. Yeah. Also, in the description below, make sure to join that Ninja Blast email list. That's my comic book that I have coming out next month on Indiegogo. The email list, when you join up, you'll get a free gift from your boy. And I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the dopest comic books you've seen in a long time. I put my stamp on that. Yeah. Also, in the description below. It's a lot in the description below. But in the description below, if you want to support the fataljay channel and be a producer of the show, make sure to join that Ninja Patreon, where for $1 a month, $12 a year, you can be a ninja and produce the fataljay show. And if you want to step it up from being a white belt and want to be a red belt, that's $4. And if you want to be a black belt tier, that's for $8. Thank y'all so much for supporting the channel, because my Patreons have took my channel to the next level and I couldn't get anywhere without them. So thank you very much. News that we're going to get into, we're going to be talking about Deadpool 3, and I am so thankful that Disney decided to go the rated R route, because if they would have went the PG-13 route that they usually do with Disney, or PG, it would have failed. Now they need to do the same thing with Blade. I hope with Blade that they follow suit. Now, first off, with Blade, you already messed up, G, and I'm going to tell you why. Wesley Snipes is not in that joint. And for anybody that said Wesley Snipes is too old, you ain't seen my boy lately. Let me tell y'all something about Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes is a trained black belt in a whole bunch of the arts. So don't get it twisted. Yeah, my man got in trouble with the tax invasion and all that stuff, but he's back. Y'all need to get at him, Marvel. But let's get into this Deadpool news right here. This is what it says. It says, when Disney bought up the Fox studio, some thought the Mouse House family reputation could spell the end of filthy mouth mercenary Deadpool. But thankfully, the matter was addressed at the very top by Disney boss Bob Iger, who said that he would be happy to make a new Deadpool movie as long as we let the audience know what's coming. And not only that, Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige has confirmed that the movie will be the first rated R project to be nestled in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to Kevin Feige. Shout out to Bob Iger. You realize, hey, this is not going to work. This is not going to work with Ryan Reynolds, because I'm not the biggest Ryan Reynolds fan, but I will say this, the Deadpool series is just for him. If you look throughout the comments throughout the years, they made Deadpool pretty much based off Ryan Reynolds. So I want to see how that happens. Hey, it could work out. That Deadpool 2, I'm going to tell you like this before we get to the next subject, that Deadpool 2 was pure trash. Next MCU news we're going to be talking about Morbius. Now, I'm really looking forward to this with Jared Leto. Jared Leto, you already know he's a top tier actor. I want to see the twist they're going to do with the vampire genre, and I just think it's so good they putting a technology vampire twist on this. I already seen throughout the trailer that they're going to bring the heat and bring something different instead of that average Dracula vampire story, and we're not going to get none of that soft stuff like Twilight. This is going to be something different. This is going to be exciting, and I think, like I said in the past, when it comes to Jared Leto, I think this was going to be his revenge when it came to DC for what they did to him in Suicide Squad. But now Zack Snyder, because you know I rep Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder is putting him in the Snyder cut. I feel like if Jared Leto do a good job on that end, we're going to see a lot of Jared Leto on the Marvel tip and the DC tip. Let's get into the news about Morbius. What happened to Morbius? It says right here, Sony recently announced its plans to delay Morbius' theatrical release until October 18th. The Jared Leto starring film was recently slated to release on March 19, but is facing another delay due to the pandemic's effect on film schedules, according to Variety. Let's get this thing right. Let's get this whole thing right. I heard also that Venom 2, we might be getting a trailer sometime during the Super Bowl. I'm looking forward to that from Tom Hardy, because I really enjoyed that first Venom movie. That was very good, very refreshing. I thought it was going to be absolutely pure trash garbage, but it turned out to be something that was absolutely cool. I want to see some more. I want to see what Carnage is going to do. Venom versus Carnage, that's the best. That's the best anti-hero against a villain that you can have on screen when it comes to the Spideyverse. Now, all we need when it comes to that, we need Venom, we need Carnage, and of course, we need Spider-Man. So, that's gonna be good, trust me, and I can't wait. This is the big news right here. This is the big news. This is the feast of the festivities. Kevin Feige, he spoke briefly about Black Panther 2 and what's going on with Black Panther. Now, this is the thing right here. Okay, Kevin Feige, he been staying real quiet. He been real quiet about what's going on, but he gave us some small details. Let's read these small details right here. By hypebeast.com, it says, Kevin Feige shared plans for Black Panther 2 following Chadwick Boseman's death. Feige hasn't disclosed too many details of the upcoming project yet, but he did mention that new characters and other areas of Wakanda seen in the comics will be introduced in the sequel. Wakanda is a place to further explore with characters and different subcultures. This was always and intentionally the primary focus of the next story. While mentioning that there will be no CGI Chadwick, Feige explained how the film director Ryan Coogler is currently working on the script and a story that further explores the world of Wakanda. There's also the task of honoring and respecting the ongoing learnings and teachings from Chad as well, said Feige. Black Panther 2 is set to begin filming this summer. Now, this is the thing right here. And I was talking to my homeboy Mark, Gospel to Mark with a C, and he made a good point. I thought that they was respecting Chadwick Boseman by not recasting and not doing CGI, but Mark with a C said something that was really interesting. He said by not recasting and not moving on with the Black Panther character, you're making a big mistake. Actually, that's actually disrespectful. Now, you got a slew of Superman films. We got Superman films with Christopher Reeves, Brandon Routh. We got Superman films with Henry Cavill. The best in my opinion. Ooh, did he say that? Now, just think if Christopher Reeves, when he passed away, it would have ended with just Christopher Reeves and we wouldn't have got any more Superman movies. I think it's more a tribute and respectful to keep the character going. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to see Shuri. Even though I know in the comic books, Shuri does put on a Black Panther suit, but she's not mature. She's too kiddie. I think if you want to not go the Chadwick Boseman route, at least you can go with M'Baku. Because this is the thing about M'Baku. He already has royal blood in Wakanda. And in the first movie, they was going to get him the heart-shaped herb anyway when they thought Chadwick Boseman, T'Challa, died. So to me, that would only make sense if you don't want to go to recast or you don't want to go to CGI route. But I'm going to tell you this at the end of the day. In my humble opinion, this movie is not going to work out. You're going to try to focus on everything except Black Panther. You're going to try to focus on new characters. It's not going to go right because the movie is called Black Panther. We want to see T'Challa. We want to see T'Challa. Or at least have T'Challa have a secret son out there and go into the future when he grown up. Something along those lines if you're going to do that. But I'm thinking this. This is me, Fatal J. Go with recasting. Because I'm going to tell you this too. All that CGI stuff, everybody want to get hyped up about it. It doesn't look good. We're there, but we're not there yet in terms of technology. But you let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think that Marvel is doing the right thing by not recasting and not doing CGI? Or are they making a grave mistake like Fatal J think? Get back at your boy Fatal J. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that notification bell because it makes me feel oh so good and oh so swell. Thank you so much, and I'm out of here. Ninja vanish.
Do you have any advice for someone? All right, let's just say someone like me or someone like my friend Fatal J, who's got a comic coming out, and
I
we're
love
like,
Fatal J. Hell, Fatal J.
Yeah.
And when we step to the plate, and when we step to the plate, flawless, 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 flawless.
The time for talking is over. It's time to push buttons.